Hello everyone, welcome to my video and thanks for clicking my video. In this video, I want to summary some articles that I have been reading. So let's begin. This is table of contents. Number 1, introduction. Number 2, mention 10 articles. Number 3, the purpose and the result of articles. Number 4 is the conclusion. So, let me introduce myself. My name is Rifa Adilla. My student ID is 091, Class 4C, Department of English Education, Faculty of Tarbiyah and Sciences, Sharif Hidayatullah State University, Islamic University, Jakarta. And next, article number 1, title Trend on TFL Research, a study in English Education Department of IAIN Bukit Tinggi in the period of 2015 to 2017 by Rifa Adilla and Irfani Gustira. This article purpose to address the problem of students in the English Education Department of IAIN Bukit Tinggi who tended to use the same research topics and lack creative exploration within the scope of TFL, teaching English as a foreign language. And the result of this article findings that amongst the students of the English Education Department at IAIN Bukit Tinggi from 2015 to 2017, the predominant trends in TFL research were focused on research topics such as style strategies and planning or course design, with writing being the most prominent target language skill. The preferred research method was descriptive quantitative analysis. This result indicates a need for more creative exploration within the scope of TFL research among the students, as they tended to gravitate towards similar topics and methods. Article 2, Teaching Culture in Chinese TFL Classroom by Chun Ronglong. The purpose of this paper is to explore and propose an alternative approach to teaching British and American culture to students of English within the foreign language curriculum at the university level in China. The paper aims to address the challenges faced in the current practice of teaching culture, where students often encounter an overwhelming amount of cultural information without a clear connection to language learning goals. The result of this paper includes the proposal of a textual culture studies approach for teaching British and American culture within the foreign language curriculum. The paper identifies the pitfalls of the current practice and emphasizes the need for a more targeted and meaningful approach that aligns with language learning goals. The three-step method provides a structured framework for integrating culture studies, with a focus on social, cultural, and textual analysis. The teaching of the American primary belief of work is used as an exemplification of the proposed approach. Overall, this paper contributes to enhancing students' understanding of the relationship between culture and language within the TFL context, offering a more effective way to teach culture while facilitating students' language learning journey. Article 2. Revitalizing teaching English as a foreign language course for 21st century learning by Ninyoman Padmadewi, Luh Putu Artini, and Putu Kartini. The purpose of this paper is to evaluate the course of English teaching as a foreign language at University Pendidikan Ganesha Singaraja in terms of it suitable to the current issues of 21st century learning. The paper aims to identify the challenges faced in improving English literacy levels among Indonesian students and to assess how the course can be adapted to meet the needs of 21st century education. And the result of this paper is that the evaluation study reveals the need for improvement and updates to the TFL course in order to address the targeted needs and establish better outcomes. The recommendation include elaborating specific objectives and indicators reflecting the required topics, incorporating material on 21st century skills and teaching English literacy models, providing differentiation instruction and innovative teaching strategies, integrating soft and career skills, enhancing the use of technology and internet-based learning. The paper also highlights the importance of pre-service teachers in meeting the requirements of 21st century learning and acknowledges the need for further research to assess the effectiveness of the revised TFL course. Article 4. Detail using word cross-game to improve students' vocabulary learning at SMK Muhammadiyah 1, Yogyakarta by Hilda Andira Nugrahini and Umi Rohayati. The purpose of this paper is to address the problems faced by students in learning vocabulary and to evaluate the effectiveness of using word cross-game as a teaching method to enhance students' interest and mastery of vocabulary. And the result, the students of class 10F accounting at SMK Muhammadiyah 1 Yogyakarta showed that the use of word cross-games in learning English vocabulary could increase students' interest in learning and students' vocabulary mastery. Students feel that they learned with fun and spirit. They became engaged and active in the learning activity. Students become more understanding and easier to remember new vocabulary. Article 5 details the impact of computer-assisted language learning call on improving intermediate EFL learners' vocabulary learning by Fatimah Enayati and Abbas Pur Hussein Kilakjani. The purpose of this paper to investigate the effect of computer-assisted language learning call on the vocabulary learning of intermediate learners in an Iranian context. The study aims to examine the impact of using a specific call software, Tell Me More, TAE, on vocabulary acquisition compared to a control group that received no treatment. The result of this paper indicates that computer-assisted language learning call has a positive impact on Iranian EFL learners' vocabulary learning. The findings shows that the experimental group which received vocabulary instruction through call using the Tell Me More TAIM software performed significantly better in terms of vocabulary knowledge compared to the control group, which received no treatment. The use of calls specifically through digital games and multimedia educational software has been found to be effective in improving vocabulary learning and retention. Next, Article 6. Learning vocabulary in the App Store by EFL College students by Rifa Adilla, PhD. Next, the purpose of this article is to provide examples and guidelines for using mobile vocabulary apps or MVAs as supplementary tools for in-class vocabulary instruction in English as a foreign language EFL settings. The result of this article is the mobile vocabulary apps MVAs can be valuable tools for language, translation, linguistic, and literature departments in Saudi Arabia as they serve as extension activities or supplements to in-class vocabulary instructions. MVAs offer numerous benefits, including their accessibility, free availability, and ease of use. Students can conveniently download, update, and delete MVAs, enabling them to utilize them anytime and anywhere, even during short study sessions. These apps provide a wide range of vocabulary items, helping students enrich their vocabulary repertoire and prepare for various proficiency exams. Next, Article 7. The use of visual media in teaching vocabulary by Nevin Mardianti and Eliza. This paper purposed to investigate the effectiveness of employing visual media in teaching vocabulary mastery to 7th grade students at UPT SMPN Triliunan. And the result of this article suggests that the use of visual media in teaching vocabulary to 7th grade students at UPT SMPN Triliunan was beneficial in enhancing their vocabulary mastery. The students' vocabulary exam yielded a mean score of 75, which was considered successful and served as evidence of the effectiveness of using visual media. Article 8. The use of technology for vocabulary instruction in EFL classrooms, support and challenges by Istanti Hermagustiana and Desi Rusmawati. The purpose of this paper is to examine the role of technology in supporting English as a foreign language EFL teachers in their teaching practice, specifically focusing on the teaching of vocabulary. And the result of this paper is technology supports EFL teachers in vocabulary teaching by providing tools like digital dictionaries and access to the internet. Digital dictionaries help teachers and students quickly define word meanings, while the internet allows students to expand their vocabulary through various online sources, including social media. Additionally, technology-based teaching aids, particularly PowerPoint presentation, save time and engage students with visual elements like pictures and videos, thereby enhancing vocabulary. Thereby enhancing vocabulary learning. Article 9. Academic Vocabulary Mastery and Perception for EFL Students of University Bina Dharma by Cita Hikmahyan. The purpose is to investigate the essential and unsolved issue in English learning at the tertiary level. The focus is on the students' struggle with academic vocabulary mastery, which hinders their comprehension of academic articles, journals, and research. And the result of this paper is the majority of students in English study program at University Bina Dharma have achieved poor and enough levels of academic vocabulary mastery. Only a few students reached the good level, and there were no students at the excellent level. The findings align with previous research by Nagy 2015, which suggests that a lack of adequate vocabulary knowledge is a significant obstacle for many students, and that vocabulary and comprehension are closely related. Article 10. The effectiveness of teaching vocabulary by using cartoon film toward vocabulary mastery of EFL students by Fatul Munir. The purpose of this article is to examine the effectiveness of using cartoon film media as a tool for enhancing vocabulary development in elementary level students. And the result of this article is demonstrate the effectiveness of using audiovisual media, specifically cartoon films, teaching vocabulary to elementary level students. The pre-test scores reveal that prior to instruction with cartoon film media, the majority of students achieve excellent or good results, while a small portion had fair, poor, or very poor scores. However, after being taught using cartoon film media, post-test scores show a significant improvement, with the majority of students achieving excellent or good results and only a few obtaining fair scores. The conclusion is the need for diverse and creative research in TFO, emphasizing the integration of culture studies, leveraging technology, utilizing visual aids, and addressing vocabulary challenges to enhance English language learning. By broadening research topic and methods, TFL can benefit from innovative approaches that foster meaningful connections between culture and language. Technology, including CALL and MVAS, offers personalized and interactive learning experiences, while visual media aids engagement and vocabulary recall.